Everywhere I go, there seems to be Animal Crossing. Whether it's my whole Discord server being themed around it, the announcement of New Horizons for Switch, or the announcement of New Horizons for Switch. And with Raccoon Mortgages on my mind, it started getting me thinking about how surprisingly important these games were to me growing up. I've been playing Animal Crossing since 2008, alright? I never had a game of the cubes growing up, so my first introduction to this series was... And with Animal Crossing, there's one element that stands out which really appeals to me. And no, it's not the fact that you can't lose in the game. Well, actually, that is quite a nice feature. But it's the fact that this game franchise gives you so much freedom. Since it's not linear at all, this is one of those games where you can kind of create and mesh and mold your own personal memories with the game. And at least for me, Animal Crossing is by far the one game franchise I have the most memorable memories from. How did I say that without stuttering? Going to my sister's or cousin's towns and watching KK Slider perform, trying to keep my favorite villagers from leaving town by attaching fruit to a letter with very poor grammar. I even watched the 2009 New Year's fireworks on Let's Go to the City. Folk. Hey Mads, don't you want to watch the fireworks and enjoy New Year's with your family and friends? Nah, I wouldn't do that. But I'd go on Animal Crossing. And you're locked in the fridge. On the surface, as someone who's never played Animal Crossing, if someone pitched it to you, it wouldn't sound interesting at all. It's a game where you catch bugs. It's a game where you drag furniture around your house and sometimes rotate it. It's a game where you pay off your mortgage. But it's all these small concepts smashed together that makes Animal Crossing surprisingly fun. And that, alongside the memories I have with this franchise, is probably why I enjoy it so much. Except you. Please leave my Amazon recommendations. And obviously, by how much I love these games, I would never stop playing. I stopped playing. Yeah, even though Animal Crossing is surprisingly fun, once you put it down for a month, picking it back up again is a serious chore. You gotta make sure there's no weeds, you gotta make sure that your villagers know you're alive. Isn't there, like, boots in the ocean sometimes? Why is there boots in the ocean? What are these villagers doing? Wait, how did Bea escape the fridge? So recently we were cleaning our house and I found my old DS games of Pokemon Diamond and Wild World. And it came to me that I can go back and see my old game saves I used to play when I was 8 years old, 11 years ago. So I decided to boot up my DS and check out the saves. And when I found my Pokemon Diamond save and saw my first ever Pokemon, for some reason I named Turtwig Turt. That's very, very original, young me. Thanks for that. And to see the exact date I started my Pokemon adventure gave me a really hard kick in the nostalgic nuts. But unlike the sound of that metaphor, this was actually fun, and I could not wait to go and visit my first ever Animal Crossing town. So I don't remember this, but I guess with me being anti-intellectual, at some point after I stopped playing Wild World, I started getting the Animal Crossing itch, and decided to reset my town. But I guess I got bored of the early game chores, because I had no memories in this town. No villages I remembered, no house upgrades, and no sharks in my museum. And it kinda sucks because there was mysteries I had about my old town that I really wanted to know. Like, if my town was called Homerville after my dog Homer, how did I spell that with 8 letters? Was it spelled like this? Or possibly like this? Or maybe I just called the town Dog? But now I won't be able to answer that question, because my town is gone. This was not what I remembered. It feels like dying of thirst in a desert and getting tricked by a mirage, except with instead of dying of thirst in a desert and getting tricked by a mirage, it's me turning on my DS and going, oh, that sucks. This could have been the video game equivalent to finding your old Pokemon cards, or embarrassing photos, or a secret hideout you used to have with your friends. But it can't be any of those because I deleted it. My dumb self. Great, good job, brain. And geez Louise, I did the same thing with the other 2 games. My City Folk save wasn't what I remembered, and neither was my save for New Leaf. How was I this dumb? And why did I stay this dumb? I imagine these sort of problems are much more common with digital memory since it's so easy to delete or reset something. And with modern technology being like this. Maybe that was too easy. And with deleting something being that easy, it kinda sucks in some ways. Because even though you might find something like your old game save from last year boring and meaningless, or photos of yourself 2 years ago cringy, in 5, 10, or 15 years, they might just become some of the coolest memories to look back on. How in the world did I get such a powerful message into a video talking about a game where you pay off debt with bugs and fish?
Me now. Quick, me now. Oh. Me, oh, me, oh, me, oh. Not me, oh. Me now. oh, me, oh, na, oh, me, oh, me, oh, na, oh,